Have you ever wondered about the significance of the day Jesus died? Was it just another execution among many in the Roman Empire, or was something far more extraordinary happening? The crucifixion of Jesus Christ is perhaps the most pivotal moment in human history, and it was accompanied by a series of miraculous events that stunned all who witnessed them. Today, we're going to dive deep into those miracles, the supernatural signs that revealed who Jesus truly was and how his death transformed the world forever. We'll look at the darkness that covered the land, the tearing of the temple veil, the earthquake that shook the earth, the miraculous healing of the Roman soldier who pierced Jesus' side, and even the resurrection of the dead. Each of these events carried profound spiritual meaning. Before we dive into these remarkable miracles, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more enlightening content on biblical events. At noon on the day of Jesus' crucifixion, something remarkable happened. Darkness fell over the entire land. This darkness lasted from noon until 3 in the afternoon, covering the land in a shadow, as if nature itself was mourning the death of the Son of God. The Gospel of Luke tells us, "It was now about the 6th hour, and there was darkness over the whole land until the 9th hour, while the sun's light failed." This supernatural darkness served as a powerful symbol of the gravity of Jesus' sacrifice. This darkness wasn't just a physical sign, but a spiritual one, symbolizing the weight of sin that Jesus was bearing on the cross. In this moment, he was absorbing the sins of humanity, yours and mine, bringing about the ultimate redemption. At the very moment Jesus died, another miracle occurred inside the temple in Jerusalem. The massive veil that separated the Holy of Holies from the rest of the temple was torn in two, from top to bottom. This veil was no ordinary curtain. It was 60 feet tall and 4 inches thick. It represented the separation between God and humanity. But when Jesus died, that barrier was miraculously removed. Matthew chapter 27 verse 51 says, "And behold, the curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom." Through Jesus' death, we now have direct access to God. No more separation. His sacrifice opened the way for all of us to come into the presence of the Father. At that same moment, the earth shook violently. A great earthquake split rocks, shaking the land and marking the immense significance of Jesus' death. The Gospel of Matthew describes it like this: "The earth shook and the rocks were split." Matthew chapter 27 verse 51. The Roman centurion, a hardened soldier who had witnessed countless executions, was also moved by the miraculous events of that day. After seeing the darkness, feeling the earthquake, and watching how Jesus died, the centurion was filled with awe. He proclaimed, "Truly this was the Son of God." Matthew chapter 27 verse 54. Even a Roman soldier who was there to ensure Jesus' death couldn't deny the divine power at work. This moment reminds us that the truth of Jesus' identity transcends all barriers, cultural, political, and religious. Another remarkable story comes from Christian tradition about the soldier who pierced Jesus' side. After Jesus had died, a Roman soldier, identified in tradition as Longinus, pierced his side with a spear. Blood and water flowed out, confirming Jesus' death, as described in John chapter 19 verse 34. According to tradition, Longinus had poor eyesight or an ailment, and when Jesus' blood touched him, he was healed. This miraculous healing opened his eyes, not just physically, but spiritually. Longinus later converted to Christianity, recognizing that the man he had pierced was indeed the Son of God. Another astonishing miracle took place that many people witnessed: the resurrection of the dead. Matthew chapter 27 verse 52 and 53 tells us that when Jesus gave up his spirit, the tombs broke open, and the bodies of many holy people who had died were raised to life. They came out of the tombs after Jesus' resurrection and went into the holy city and appeared to many people. These saints, who had been dead for years, were suddenly resurrected, walking among the living and testifying to the power of God. This miraculous event foreshadowed the ultimate victory over death that Jesus' own resurrection would bring. It wasn't just a symbolic gesture, it was a powerful demonstration that through Jesus, even death would lose its hold on humanity. This resurrection was a glimpse of the eternal life Jesus promised to all who would believe in him. The day Jesus died was a day unlike any other. These miracles reveal the depth of God's love and the power of Jesus' sacrifice. His death wasn't the end. It was the beginning of a new covenant with humanity. Through his sacrifice, the barriers between God and humanity were torn down, and through his blood, we are healed and made whole. What do these miracles mean to you? How do they impact your understanding of Jesus' sacrifice? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more biblical stories and insights. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the miraculous events of the crucifixion.